All right, here's a quick little tutorial on how to use the Dixie State Online Library to find some sources. So first, you need to go to dixie.edu, and when this logs in, you'll scroll down and you'll see Library. It's like middle of the page right here. You click Read More. Then you're going to click Article Databases, General, and Multi-Subject List. And the three that I find the most useful for you will be Academic Search Ultimate, EBSCOhost, the CQ Researcher, and JSTOR. Now, you can use any of these others. Those are the three that I'm the most familiar with and that I'm going to show you how to do. So let's just start with the first one, Academic Search Ultimate. So when you go to search, and I'm going to choose a topic that I actually don't really want any of you to do because it's never really been successfully argued either way, but I'm going to type in gun control, and I'm going to make sure I select this box that says full text. Now, what that means is instead of just giving me excerpts, it's going to give me the entire article. And so that's going to be key. Okay, now I'm going to search. Here are a ton of articles. I have 146,606 sources on that. And so I'm going to go pros and cons of background checks and background checks on gun control measures. So I'm going to click on it. It brings me to this, which isn't the article, it's the abstract. But right over here, it says PDF full text. What you can do now is you can add that to your Google Drive. You can print it. You can email it. And I think there's a download button around here somewhere as well. But this is 19 pages. Oh, the download button's right there. So you can download it and save it to your computer. Anyway, this is 19 pages. You can kind of skim through it, figure out if it's going to be useful or not. If you find some really useful areas, you can start making notes or use it in your research. Okay. Now, that being said, you also need to cite this. So I'm going to go back to the results list. There's another download PDF right there. Okay. When I click on this, before I download the full text, right over here on the right is a button that says Cite. If I click on that, it gives me citation format. If you scroll down to MLA, which is what we use, there it is. So you can copy that citation and paste it into your Google Doc, where you will eventually use. You'll create an annotated bibliography, and you'll need a works cited page for your final copy anyway. So it does all the work for you, citing it, and you don't have to try to remember how to organize it or anything like that. Okay, let me go back to the database, and I'll show you how to utilize the other two sources, the CQ Researcher and JSTOR. Okay, I'm going to skip the CQ Researcher for now. I'm going to go down to JSTOR. Okay, JSTOR just has a search feature right here, and it defaults to searching only for content that we're allowed to access. And you can see up here, access is provided by Dixie State University. All of these journals and articles are in published works that we would normally have to buy, but part of the tuition that we pay, or that you pay to go to Dixie State, covers the costs for your access to this. So once again, I'll use the same category. I'm going to type in gun control. And while I'm thinking about it, I hope that you guys all search better search terms than just your topic. Okay, remember, you're trying to look for a problem and a solution. So just typing a single search term like gun control, a better one would be like gun control in high population areas. Something like that. You can see I reduced my search results from 71,000 down to 18,000. Or if I did like gun control and suicide rates, these would all be examples of things. And, now I reduced it down to 2,000 results. Firearm, background checks, and suicide. All right, that looks like something that I might want to read if I'm going to write about this. Okay, you can see I've got 15 pages, and I can click through them right here. Also, right here, I can download the PDF and save it to my computer so that I don't always have to remember how to search this. I highly recommend that you do that you download your stuff and that you save it, because if you just try to if you have to memorize your search terms, you're just not going to. Okay, same thing on this. It says cite this item right here, MLA format. I'm going to copy it. I go to my Google Doc, paste it, and I just keep track of my citations. I also make sure I would probably just paste them in alphabetical order, since that's the order they need to be in anyway. Okay, so that's how you find sources on JSTOR and how you find the citations. Now let's go, and I'm going to show you the CQ Researcher. And the reason I skip the CQ Researcher is it's a little bit different than the Academic Search Premier and JSTOR. The way that it's different is it's almost like an academic Wikipedia. And so I'll show you right here. It has topics and it combines a lot of sources for you already. So I'm going to do gun control. You can see it was already a hot topic there. So I'll click on this one. It says it's a short report, and it was in September of last year. Okay, it gives me a breakdown, and you can see it cites a ton of sources. So it gives us all this information on gun control. There's a timeline. Here are all the footnotes. These are all the sources that were cited. So not only is the CQ Researcher good for you to give you information, like right here, but on any one of those pieces of information, if you wanted to look for more, we could click on this and it would take us to another article. So the Washington Post, Trump's openness to extensive background checks for gun buys draws warning from the NRA. Okay, so you can see an article from the Washington Post about that, and that was linked in the CQ Researcher. All right, so the CQ Researcher has the same option right now. Is you can print that, you can email this to yourself. You can click Cite Now, and we want MLA. There it is. We're going to copy that. We're going to paste it. And then you just need to make sure that your formatting is correct after you paste it, that you've got it double spaced and in the right font, and you remove the shading and all of that stuff. Okay, hopefully that is a good overview for you to help you find sources and utilize the tools that those websites have for you. All right, let me know if there are other questions. This little video is courtesy of a couple of students who asked me how to utilize this site. Okay, thanks.